Yes, when it comes to a $1,400 or $2,000 fourth stimulus check specifically focused on fixed income beneficiaries of Social Security, including retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, SSI, VA, RRB, low income, no income, seniors, older adults, and people with disabilities. I have all the details and what you need to know right here in the video, so let's get right into it. All right, the all-important question in regards to a fourth stimulus check, whether it's $1,400, $2,000, possibly more, possibly less. I want to discuss where we currently stand, what are all the latest updates, and where we go from here on this very important topic, and what is going on with all the latest updates in regards to checks for the low income and those fixed income beneficiaries I just mentioned a few seconds ago. So I have all the details for you right here in the video. Let's get right into it. But really fast before we do, thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe by hitting that button right down below the video. Things continue to change very, very rapidly right now, which is why I am very much dedicated to you and this community to do all this research each and every day, boil it down into these short videos, which I deliver a couple times throughout the day so you can stay posted with what is really going on, as there is so much being mentioned, introduced, new piece of legislation, new bills, especially as it pertains to money, benefits, checks, stimulus, raises to benefits, programs, reform, and so much else that continues to go on right here, right now. But I'm watching all of it closely, so again, thanks so much for joining me. Please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet, so you don't miss any updates going forward, and I'll continue to be here for you right by your side, helping you out in any way that I possibly can. All right, thanks again. Let's jump right into this. All right, so I do want to discuss the latest details as far as where we currently stand on this, what is going on, and when we could possibly see something out of Congress. Let me lay this out for you really fast here. To be completely honest with you, based on everything that I am seeing right now, the likelihood of another check coming out continues to increase a lot, almost on a daily basis. Why? Well, take a little look around. It seems like everything is collapsing right before our eyes, right? The economy is not necessarily in a good situation. The stock market is rolling over. It is very volatile as of recently. The housing market basically collapsing on itself once again. There's a lot of different things. More people are applying for unemployment benefits on a weekly basis. Inflation continues to roar higher. I mean, seriously, I could go on and on for an hour right now of all the different reasons why the likelihood of another check continues to increase on an ongoing basis. So I do want to talk through all those details for you really quickly as well. So here's the thing. I know that I've mentioned this previously in other videos. However, I continue to see this question down below in the comment section a lot from many of you here in the community, because I know that a lot of you here in the community are fixed income beneficiaries. And I know this is a very important thing right now. Many of you are reaching out saying, I don't know what to do anymore. My benefits are $841 a month from SSI, or I get $920 a month from SSDI or retirement benefits. I don't know what to do. I was struggling 6 months ago, and now with these prices and everything that's the way that they currently are right now, I can't keep up. I need more money. What can I do? Can you give me some solutions? Are they going to do something? What is actually going on here? So, as I've been mentioning for quite a while now, and as we've been noticing from all these reports and everything coming out recently, I mean, literally almost on a daily basis, it is every single week. Prices continue to rise on things so incredibly fast right now that literally you could have bought something a week ago, 2 weeks ago, a month ago, and you'd already be way ahead, right? Because prices are going up on everything so incredibly fast right now. So each week that goes by, it's making it a little bit more difficult to get by for the fixed income and the low income, right? So yeah, I totally understand where many of you are coming from saying, I don't know what to do anymore. Like, are we getting money here? Are we going to get some kind of check? We need it like a long time ago, but we can't go on like this for much longer. So totally understand this. All right, so many of you have also been reaching out down below saying, I've been seeing talk about these child tax credit payments going out once again. I've been seeing all this talk about the state stimulus checks going out to, people that are like hero pay, and tax rebate checks going out from states, and all kinds of other checks going out. But what about the fixed income? Are we included for any of this? These are some really good questions here. Now, let me lay this out for you really quickly. Again, you're right. There has been a lot of talk recently about re-implementing the child tax credit payments. Well, for some people, those would be available. But again, you kind of need to have a dependent under the age 18. Well, okay, that's not the vast majority of you here in the community, right? However, there's a lot of these states out there right now also that are continuously sending out payments. But you have to kind of read the fine print on a lot of these different state programs, because some of them require you to file a tax return in order to get the money out of the state. So, another good question, because I know that a lot of you here in the community who are fixed income beneficiaries may not file a tax return because your income is to the point where you don't really need to file, right? So, that's another thing as well. You need to watch these programs closely. Each and every one of these states has a different parameter around how to get the payment. Well, some of the payments go out to fixed income. Some of the payments say you got to file a tax return. So again, this isn't accounting advice. I don't know your situation, and I don't know where you're located, but you kind of got to read through all the details on some of these programs. But anyway, coming down to it, when it comes down to a fourth stimulus check, whether it's from the IRS, the Treasury, from Congress, basically the federal government, when it comes down to it, in the event Congress approves a fourth stimulus check, again, it could be $1, it could be $1,000, it could be $2,000, $1,400, or any amount. Doesn't really matter the amount. When it comes down to it, in the event that Congress approves a fourth stimulus check, then yes, by all means, you would be included. In fact, I want to throw this out there really fast here as well. I've said this before in other videos, and I'm sticking to this. In the event of a fourth stimulus check, I'm betting on this much. In the event that there is one, it is going to be a highly focused check for the fixed income and the low income, seniors, older adults, people with disabilities, all of these groups and the beneficiaries I mentioned at the beginning of the video, Social Security, you know the whole list, right? In the event of another check, I would say I would put all my money based on it being just focused on those groups alone, right? I do not think we're going to get a broad stimulus check just like we saw, the last 3 years. In 2020, those 2 checks, and then in early 2021. I don't think we're going to see a broad check like that going out to 85% of the population or 282 million people in this country. There's just no way. That's going to exacerbate this whole inflation situation way, way more than what it already is right now. So I don't foresee that. However, I do foresee, in the event of another check, I do foresee a highly focused check just for fixed income beneficiaries, just like we saw back in May of 2009. Now, I get it. May 2009 was over 13 years ago, but I want to use that as an example, because as we look back into history, a lot of times we can look at history and see what has actually gone on? Well, we can clearly see that in history, in May of 2009, they did exactly that. They sent out a highly focused check for fixed income beneficiaries during basically the depths of the major recession that we were going through back then. Well, does any of that look similar to what we're going through right now? I'll tell you this much. Whether you watch the markets and you watch everything closely or not, I can tell you this much. It is looking very, very similar, right? Things are basically collapsing on themselves right now. So again, I'm not here to say like, I'm a pessimist looking at all this stuff and this is what's happening. I'm just telling you, this is what is really happening. This is real. It is a manufactured crash. But again, we can talk about that in a separate video. But basically, the Federal Reserve has to do this in order to get things under control. So yeah, it's a real thing. It's going on right here, right now. But the fact of the matter is, hopefully this will lower inflation. Hopefully this will lower prices at the stores for us on food and virtually everything else that we're buying right now, gas prices included. And ultimately, it may even produce another check as well. So anyway, for those of you that have been asking down below, again, I've talked about this in previous videos, but I wanted to come back and dedicate a video to this because I've seen it popping up so many times saying, are we going to be included? Are we going to get another check? Where do we currently stand? What are the latest updates? How much is it going to be? Who's going to get it? How soon can we get it? How fast can they deliver it? All kinds of questions like this. So again, hope this one kind of wraps it all up, brings in all the loose ends on this thing, and lets you know where we currently stand on another check. So anyway, got my fingers crossed here. Always doing everything I possibly can to, reach out to Congress, hammer down on them, but we'll have to see what happens here going forward. And ultimately, let's just hope that they come forward and issue a highly focused check on the fixed income, just like I've been mentioning throughout this video. Anyway, as I get more details, of course, I'll be right back here for you, breaking it all down and being here right by your side, as that is my dedication and my commitment to you and this community. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Please make sure to subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out some of the other thousands of videos right here on the channel. Until next time, enjoy your day. Thanks so much for watching, and have a good one. I'll catch you in the next video, and I'll see you again soon.